Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie and it's getting late in the evening and it's the same day that I did my garden tour and my plant of the week with Sundancer Daisy. But I wanted to be able to give you an update tour on my figs and show you what I'm doing for maintenance. So let's look at the Chicago Hardy fig that's on the south side of my house. Now I have several different figs. It's starting to be a bit of an addiction, but this is my Chicago Hardy. It's putting on a lot of growth right now. Right next to it, and a little bit smaller, is my Desert King. Now the last update video I did on these figs, we had some Braba crops that I was really excited about, but they fizzled. They did not ripen appropriately and just fell off the tree. But we have tons and tons of figs right now. Those are little new ones. We have bigger and more mature ones back here, and even more back here. So we are going to get a lot of figs. Just about every branch has a ton of figs on this tree. I want them to be able to ripen, so I've done some research. One of the things to do is, one of the things that I talked about in the last video, is pinch the tips of the branches. And I've already done that, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. And then to make sure these get enough water. Now what I've started doing is soaking these really deeply once a week, and I've been fertilizing them about once a month. So I've been using a granulated fertilizer and a liquid fertilizer. Both of them are organic, but you don't have to use organic. You could use synthetic fertilizers also. I'm using a fertilizer that is well balanced, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But first I wanted to show you the Chicago Hardy. Now after that, let me show you my Desert King. This Desert King has not produced a lot of figs on it after the Braba ones fell off. Let me see if I could find. I do have at least one here, but from what I've heard, Desert King figs actually need a very special wasp pollinator to get these figs to ripen. So it'll be interesting to see if that ripens at all or if it doesn't ripen. So this fig tree may be just a bust for this year. We have another brand new little seedling that's put on a ton of growth out here in my front yard. This is an unknown seedling that was given to me by a friend. After I pinched it, you can see all the baby figs that are on here. And then we have one little fig down here that probably has a chance of ripening. Now back here is on the north side of my house. These figs, generally speaking, get full sun most of the day. Right now it's about 8:45 p.m. So it's starting to get dark, so they look like they're in the shade. This was supposed to be a Chicago Hardy fig, and it is not. It is a different kind of a fig. And it really has only produced one fig that I don't think is going to have time to ripen after I pinched it. Well, actually there's two of them. There's two right there. So we'll see what happens with these and see if this is going to be a fig tree that is worth keeping. We have a little Ronde Bordeaux down here. This is the neighbor's cat, Alien. He is just been attention starved these days. He just needs loves, lots of loves. And he is quite cute, little Alien. Anyway, this is a Ronde Bordeaux fig. It's too young to produce any figs yet. I'm not going to pinch it. I'm just going to let it gain size. This was planted about 2 months ago. But it's put on a lot of growth and it's looking really healthy. This is a Chicago Hardy that was a cutting given to me by a friend of mine. This one died to the ground over the winter, and it's been trying to steadily grow back. I've been fertilizing it, but it hasn't been giving me a ton of growth like the other fig trees have been. So I have not pinched it. I want the roots to get a chance to mature and strengthen. And then I will protect it heavily over the winter, and next year I will start pinching it. So like I said, this is a Chicago Hardy, so it should give me a lot of good fruit next year. This little one is a Negrone that I thought died. It did die back over the winter, but it didn't start growing until about a month and a half ago. So we're just going to leave this one, fertilize it, and let it continue to grow, and hopefully next year it will be big enough that it can give me some figs. Hello. You need your scratches. Yeah, you need your scratches, don't you? is really cute. Now I am in Utah, which is zone 6. Sometimes we have zone 7 winters. And I do need to protect my fig trees over the winter pretty heavily so that they don't die back to the ground. They will come back if they've died back to the ground, but what I found in my area is they will produce figs the year after they die back, but they generally speaking don't have enough time to ripen the figs before the freeze hits. So when it comes time for me to protect the figs, I'll do another update video and show you how I'm going to do that. But as for today, we're going to fertilize them. This is the fertilizer I have, so this is the fertilizer that I'm going to use, and then we'll deep soak them. So we'll just throw a few handfuls under the tree. Scratch that in a little bit into the mulch so that it can be nearer the roots. And then we'll deep soak these on low for about 15 minutes. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. I would love to hear if you're growing figs in a colder climate and what you do for maintenance on a yearly basis, because this is still semi-new to me. This fig tree behind me is 3 years old, and the ones on my other yard are only 2 years old. So this one's gone through 2 winters, the other ones have gone through 1 winter. I did grow figs in Southern California, but they basically took care of themselves. I watered it every 2 weeks, fertilized it, and that was it. And it produced hundreds and hundreds of figs. So if you've enjoyed my videos, I hope you like and subscribe, share them with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.